Hi everybody, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode in the life of an ex-gen. Hey guys, I'm on my way to Perth, Margaret River, wine country. Anyway, I'm looking forward to landing in about an hour's time. It should be a lot of fun this week. And that's right, you guys, you would have spotted it that I have once again rebranded the name of my videos. Why? Because when I did an audience test with my very small group of current audienceship, it was deemed that midlife might conjure up midlife crisis and is therefore a little bit depressing. So Gen X, which is the generation that I'm in, it is Gen X Diaries. Hey guys, I'm now at Busselton. Busselton is about 30 minutes to Margaret River, which is Australia's largest wine region, consisting of 200 amazing vineyards. Well, most of them are amazing in any case. I have actually realized that it's probably one of my favorite regions for wine, and in this video I'm going to take you to about 9 of them. So strap in your seatbelt, actually don't drive, bike or walk, and let's sample some wines. The first vineyard that we are going to visit is called the Cullens Winery, which is actually a part of the Abbeyvale Vineyard. Cullens is actually started by 3 guys who decided that they don't want a day job but really to open a vineyard, and so why not? The wines are fairly good here. It's also a cheese shop as well as an olive shop. A nice afternoon, pretty nice place for a boutique kind of wine. The next vineyard is called the Arundel Estate. It is also a winery and is about 180 acres of wine growing property. There's also a restaurant on this vineyard and a surf museum, which unfortunately we didn't get the chance to see. I would have really liked to have seen that. They do, however, have a really good pizza menu. Here I am hanging out in the sunshine, enjoying this beautiful property and feeling really good. The Margaret River region is also really famous for its farmland. The next stop is then the Venison Shop. I'm not a game meat eater, however, I thought that it might be interesting to stop in here because why not? We're in a place where lots of venison are being bred for, I guess, food. If you are a vegan, I apologize, but yes, here we are at a venison shop, and I guess in some ways they are treated like cows. Heading now into town, the township of Margaret River. Yeah, Margaret River. Come on. The town of Margaret River sits about 8 kilometres from the coastline. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the main street especially. There's definitely a buzz about it. Heaps of boutique shops, there's art galleries, heaps of dining options, lots to do, lots to shop, lots to see. Now we have arrived in Gracetown. Here in Gracetown, we are staying at a rental, which is a lovely Hampton-style accommodation. I was invited to stay by some very generous friends, and I'm very grateful to them for the invitation. We headed out to the beach near Gracetown, actually just about 5 minutes down the road. It was a really pretty beach, a little bit of rocks, pools, as well as cliff faces and some beautiful, of course, sand and sea. The water felt so cooling on my feet after several hours of travel early in the day, and it was just such a nice view to take in. And I feel so happy, and as if all the cares in the world have just blown away with the wind. Who says we need someone to have romance? We can just romance ourselves, I think. What is it about nature that makes me feel so alive? I just can't praise it enough. Such a wonderful thing, really. It restores the spirit. Something else that can restore someone's spirit is, of course, food. You know, my relationship with food is, I think, quite healthy. And yes, about the venison, I have to say it's really delicious. And the lady in the shop told us to actually serve it with some of these cheese. I think they're called halloumi, that's right. And with the wines, it makes for a lovely pre-dinner snack and to watch the sun go down. So good. And check out these awesome Adirondack chairs. Peace and tranquility, I think. After the barbecue dinner, it's time to watch the sunset. Isn't it gorgeous? What a gorgeous sunset. The end of a beautiful first day in Margaret River, feeling very blessed. Another day, day 2 in Margaret River, and I'm so excited because the sun is beautiful today, especially beautiful. Look at the sky. I think we're going to go and do a couple of things, but first it's coffee. And that means a visit to Gracie's General Store, which basically is the center of Gracetown. It's a really, really cute store, one that has everything, including a reminder that we are actually in the Wadani country, and that, you know, to be kind and to please not ask for lids when you get a coffee, as well as to enjoy ourselves, and that laughter is the best medicine. It's really a general store for everything in life. With our caffeine fix in place, we wandered down from Gracie's store to the coastline and caught some young surfers taking lessons along the rugged cliffs. It is so pretty here, I can't tell you. Look at the rolling waves, and of course, the community is out and about. I do love surfing culture, there's something so freeing about it. And that is a helicopter looking for sharks. I guess with all the beauty, there's also the other side, which is danger. Speaking of danger, in 1996, Gracetown experienced a terrible tragedy where several members of the public lost their lives when they were standing watching their family in a surfing competition. It's such a pretty town that it's hard to imagine what tragedy that would have been. And you got to take a moment and pay respect to people as well as to the environment that surrounds this beautiful region in Australia. Off now to lunch. I'm so excited that for lunch we decided to go to Cape Mentelle. Cape Mentelle actually has a sister winery in New Zealand called Cloudy Bay, and it's not a huge vineyard by any means, 24 plus 16 perhaps hectares. However, it has a French connection, and if you know me, you know that I like French culture. And so we had a wine tasting here, about $10 again, 5 wines, and I ended up buying some beautiful Chardonnay to bring back home to share with friends. Cape Mentelle also has partnership with Veuve Clicquot. Next stop is the amazing Voyager Estate. I have a soft spot for Voyager because I think it is on a mission to be a really amazing wine label. By 2023, it is aiming to be certified organic. It is a special place because they grow 100% of their wines on this estate and they bottle it here as well. And it is such a pretty place, as you can see. A venue that many brides and groom would choose as their wedding place, and a place for people to come and just admire the lovely artwork as well as the lovely shop. There is a room here, as you can see, which is really pretty cool, Michael's room. The whole estate has a lovely sort of Tuscan perhaps feel, a bit Italian almost, maybe a bit of French, I'm not too sure, but certainly European. And I really enjoy marveling at how neat it is. Certainly there were lots and lots of gardeners when we were out and about admiring the vineyard, and it's wonderful to know that there are some wine labels that in Australia that would like to be organic, and it just makes me want to sing really and dance. Here we are now at the Lewin Estate. This is probably my favourite vineyard. Why? Because it combines wine with art. The Art Series 1981 was awarded by Decanter magazine as being the best wine Chardonnay for the Art Series in the world. And it is actually a wonderful estate where they combine beautiful Chardonnay and Cabernet Sauvignon with food. There's a really nice restaurant there which is hard to get in, but if you could eat there. Here now is the art gallery, which features many of the wines labels called the Art Series. I'm in front of the 2007 Cabernet Sauvignon, that red painting just now, and a friend of mine's brother-in-law, John Young, has a wine label as well. Another beautiful sunset. I think Western Australia definitely can have bragging rights for its sunset. Enjoy this moment. With a hankering for our charcuterie board, we went to Xanadu for lunch, and here discovered this amazing bread made with red wine. The chef is Erin Lim of Joe Robuchon in Singapore fame, and he has done them proud. Here we are at the Busselton Estate, a vineyard that is boutique in size and has a lovely duck pond. We like their Chardonnay here. The ending of another day, our last night in Margaret River, and I'm on the balcony watching dusk and my favorite time of day with the sunset. And I feel very lucky and blessed to have such good friends and good family. $100. Good morning. It is now our last day in Margaret River, and as we departed the rental accommodation, we decided to stop at Cullens Vineyard. And this is actually a really lovely boutique winery where I think people go in for the magnums pretty much. And I kind of like this particular vineyard because it is quite small and rustic, and I love looking at the vats and the beautiful sort of stone walls of this whole property. It's a good place to also stop for lunch too when the restaurants are open. Well everyone, thank you so much for watching and coming along with me as I visited Margaret River. My video stops here, but there is another sort of section to this next week, so stay tuned. And of course, with special thanks to my dear friends for hosting me in Margaret River. I had a wonderful time. Thank you so much.